Welcome to Market Like a Hotshot, episode 31. Jeff DeSocio. James Fudo is in the house. What's up?
Not much. What an amazing night we had last night at Venture Cafe.
We were back.
We got to shout out the Venture Cafe people. That was incredible last night.
Yeah, first official networking event of 2026 in the brains of Cambridge, right? Kendall Square. You know, first shout out. Come on, let's do it. You gotta. I know you gotta say who the first shout out is.
Well, I'm kind of tied for the first two, but I'll do the one that I talked to most recently, with your good buddy Victor Lee. Good to see you back, Victor.
He's back from Korea, back in Boston, back in Beantown, which is really good. Then I saw, hey, what's not going to venture well? Seeing Mr. Chuck Goldstone.
We love Chuck.
Mr. Venture Cafe himself. Shout out to Chuck Goldstone. It was great chatting with you last night there.
So, interesting fact, right? So, on my sticker, it said number 4. It was my 4th time.
Yeah.
Chuck had number 400.
400.
He's been there 100 times as many times as I have.
100 times.
As many times as I have.
Or 369 more times than you.
No, he was 400 and I had 4, so he's 396 times more than me.
Can't do my
But
math.
he's 100 times. Like, for every time I've been there, Chuck's been there 100 times.
Yeah.
Isn't that insane?
They have a statue of him. Did you see it in the lobby?
I'll have to name one of the programs.
So, Chuck, man, we love you, dude.
Yeah, Chuck's
It's good
amazing.
seeing you, and then those multiple people.
Yeah, a lot of good. We made some new friends last night, which was good. We saw our buddy Gary.
Gary, a.k.a. Mr. Bessos.
So we had a great time. The last time you and I went there together, we had dinner with Gary afterwards. So we had a lot of fun with him too. So it's great. It's great having friends there, and it was a lot of fun. And looking forward to doing a few more of those this month and throughout the year.
Yeah. How about that marketing presentation? Wasn't that cool?
I thought it was really interesting. Yeah, there was a lot of good.
Jeff Berman.
Yeah, a lot of good information that he had, and Tricia did a good job hosting it. So it was a good time.
Yeah. So anyone out there in the greater Boston area, you got to check out Venture Cafe Cambridge.
Yeah.
Thursday gatherings at 4:30 to 8. You don't have to be there all that time. You can pop in anytime you want. And you know what my favorite drink is, right? I had a couple of those last night.
Jeff loves his kombucha.
Kombucha. No. It's not beer. It's not wine. It's kombucha.
And we only had 2 drink tags last night.
I know.
It didn't matter because neither one of us are
cost
having
cutting, you know.
Yeah. So what is the topic of this episode, Mr. DeSocio?
It's
this
kind
is
of
a fun one.
All right. This has nothing to do with booty with the ladies, but it's like fake it like a hot shot. The AI made marketer problem.
Oh, I love it.
Fake it like a hot shot, huh? Wow, we're getting controversial here. On
We are. It's like people are going to be listening to this episode expecting something completely different.
But it's not.
It's a family show.
It is. It's family here in Framingham, in the suburbs of Framingham, right?
Yeah.
One last thing before we get started. Hey, it's like the January thaw out there. We got to get the weather forecast, huh?
It's bizarre.
Nice. It's a little warm today.
Yeah.
I got a sweater on, but,
Yeah.
could easily be wearing a Market Like a Hotshot T-shirt today out there.
It's not even hoodie weather yet, which is good.
Yeah. So anyways, the illusion.
Yeah, let's
What's
talk
the
a little bit about it.
illusion of faking it like a hot shot?
Well, it's funny. I mean, this is yet another episode we're talking about AI, and we've asked, the Hotshot community for feedback on what topics they wanted us to talk about. And AI is always the top one. They're like, do something on AI. We're like, we've already done like 4 shows on it. Like,
4 out of 30, so it's only like
not
10,
one. Yeah, not a little over 10% of them. But yeah, I mean, here's one of the things that we see happening a lot is that someone will go in there and they'll prompt AI for a marketing plan. This came up in the presentation last night too.
It did, yeah.
And they suddenly think they're a CMO, right?
They want to get the money of a CMO.
And it's. AI has been around for a long time in different forms. I think we were talking about that earlier today, right?
Yep, yeah.
So, even like the 80s and before, the planes had autopilot before Teslas did.
Poor Teslas, oh jeez.
But how about, did you ever play with any tools way back when that were AI related?
Chatbots? I mean, they're sort of like that. My car, even my old Accord had autopilot, and which was weird.
Yeah.
It would drive you if you go out of the lane.
Yeah.
So you think about that.
That too.
The truck does, yeah. But what's your favorite? It's kind of a funky AI tool that you use.
I remember as a kid, the first AI tool I used to play around with was this thing called Dr. Spatzo.
Spatzo.
And it came
Is
with
it Bezos or Spatzo's?
well, it came with Sound Blasters. So Sound Blasters back in the 90s, early 2000s, they were the premier sound card. And so I actually had to write this down because I could not for the life of me remember it. But Spatzo, it's an acronym for Sound Blaster Acting Intelligent Text-to-Speech Operator.
Did you memorize that?
No, no.
You got your notes.
I need my notes for that one.
Yeah, it happens when you get over 50.
But it was kind of cool because what you would do is you would type in, like you could actually have a conversation with it.
Yeah.
You know, similar to what you can do with Chat and Copilot and all those other programs. But it was, you know, as kids, you know, of course, we were trying to make it say bad things and things like that. And it had a filter. It was smart enough that like certain words it would never repeat back.
Yeah.
But like you'd be like, my dog is sick today, and it's like, why is your dog sick? And then it's like, he ate too much. Well, why did he eat too much? Like, so it was like kind of fun stuff like that. I did my internship in grad school actually at Dragon Systems, and that was another example because again, getting into the speech, they had speech recognition, which they used neural nets for, which was an early form of AI as well. So AI has been around for a while. I know people only have been really hearing about it.
Yeah,
you know, outside the Terminator movies. So
yeah. So the whole tension is, what about AI? It seems to have built up people's confidence. They can do it all. They could fake it, right? But where's the competence, though, right?
Right.
Are they really competent at what they do, especially marketers? When we talk about all of a sudden now, you know, we talk about how AI can help automate, help with content creation, help with the business process management and all that. But does it qualify them to become all of a sudden that marketer out of school is a CMO in a year? Probably not.
No, and I mean, I always use the analogy that AI is kind of like it's a tool. It's like a wheelbarrow, right?
Yeah.
Like it's not going to move rocks from one end of the room to the other. You know, you still need to do some of it. And I think that's a big misconception is people are like, oh, you know, it's like that old computer joke, right? You know, oh, this computer will do half your work for you. And the guy's like, great, I'll take two.
Yeah.
But, you know.
That's a great point because thinking about computing, and we had, I think it was episode 3, we talked about this, the Industrial Revolution machines, and then we got computes, then we had online, and then we had cloud computing where you can basically build systems wherever, right? Now it's AI, right? And you have all this jargon, synergize, optimize, omni-channel. It sounds like corporate jargon, doesn't it?
I know. Funnel. Well, we have omni-channel like a Hotshot, don't we?
Omni-channel like a Hotshot.
We'll do funnel like a Hotshot. I think it'll be the college episode.
Yeah, probably might. They might think we're doing beer funnels back in the day.
Yeah.
But what's the core problem here? I mean, we had the illusion. What do you see as? I mean, it's like rampant now, right? And which is great. Everyone's taking advantage of the tools out there.
Right, and it does help cut down the time it takes to do a lot of things. But I think a lot of times people see it as like a tool that allows you to just copy and paste. You spin in a prompt and you're like, cool, here's my marketing, you know?
Yeah, here's my blog for the day.
Yeah.
And that's where, people confuse content creation with marketing strategy. So if you have a degree in marketing, you got to know how to do marketing strategy, right?
Right.
There's a few things that marketers probably have never done before because of AI. Running a campaign, analyzing a sales funnel, talking to a customer. Oh my Lord, human interaction, right? Talk to people like this, right? And testing an hypothesis.
Right.
Right. Those are all like kind of examples of marketers. Some marketers have never done those 4 things.
Exactly. And then I had a conversation last night with somebody about coding. And in fact, we were talking and I said, I do use AI to help with coding, but it does make me a lot more efficient. I'll definitely say that. However, if you're not a coder, it's not going to do all the work for you. So like you need to understand debugging principles. You need to understand like different principles of coding before just like, create me a function that does this, then you slap it in there. And if you don't know how to debug it, you don't know how to unit test it, it's not going to help you as much as it's not really, doesn't do it all for you. And that's the same with marketing.
You're faking it.
You really
are. You're faking it like a hotshot. It results in the same noise, right?
Right.
Sameness. And a lot. And going back to marketing, I've seen some meh campaigns
Definitely.
because of it, because there's no human interaction. We talked, I think, like maybe 2 episodes ago, the human versus AI, incorporating both into your process, your business process, or the project, or the product that you're delivering.
Right.
You don't want to be meh, especially in the world of marketing, because if you're meh, your marketing career is going to be really short, right?
Definitely.
So why do you think it hurts businesses that rely too much on AI, that fake it all the time?
Well, I think part of it is that it really lacks like positioning, differentiation, and those are a few other things too. Like, it doesn't have audience insight. It doesn't have the emotional intelligence that a person will. I mean, yeah, has it grown a lot lately? Absolutely, but it's not there yet. It's not like
the emotional intelligence is a big one.
It is.
Because, again, human intelligence, and people buy by emotions.
Right.
They buy for who they trust, not a prompt. They buy it off a person that trusts. And the thing is, unfortunately, and I actually talked to a CEO last night at Venture that said, I have no employees. Right? It wasn't the guy we talked to that gives his employees houses. We'll talk about that. And in fact, we might have that dude on our show at some point.
Yeah.
But anyways, it was a guy who says, I only have AI bots as my employees. Handles my HR, handles my sales and marketing. And I'm like, really? Wow. I mean, you're probably saving a hell of a lot of money, but really, in reality, your company's lost its human connection. Yeah. Right?
I mean, one of the reasons I work out of an office is that I got tired of sitting in my house, working by myself.
No, because you know what happens. Your wife gives you chores. And
I mean, that's the thing. Yeah, and but not even that stuff aside. It's just like, I like being around. I have people up on the floor with me that stop in, and I like seeing people. And that, when you're social, you need that. You can't.
And that's where, again, coming back to the topic about faking it, you don't want to fake it like a hotshot. You don't want, you don't want to have an AI-made marketer problem title of our podcast today. But but it's you, because people are going to see right through that. Exactly. They buy off you. And, I know marketing is not sales, and sales closes the deal normally. But they're going to, if they still know a campaign that's not been generated with any human competence.
Yeah, they can tell.
They can tell. So that's why it hurts businesses. They want to save money. And we talk about generic content that doesn't convert. Because I don't know about you, but the algorithm, especially on LinkedIn, even Instagram today, what do you think converts today? And this is I can answer that question, but I'll ask you.
Yeah, I mean, the stuff that converts is the emotional stuff. That's when I see, like, when you're making an emotional connection with your audience, that's the stuff that converts. The sales pitches, the AI-generated articles with the emojis and all that stuff.
It's going to kill me with these emojis.
We actually have a client that asked us to put emojis in their social, so it's funny. It's like we don't use AI to generate it, but it looks AI because of the emojis. But it's all good. It's all good.
And how about the psychology behind faking it like a hotshot?
Well, I mean, the biggest thing, and I think it's why, especially why it's adopted by younger people who are more adept in technology, is you get that instant gratification. You get that dopamine hit right away.
They think they're a brand. They think they're an influencer.
They don't. No, I mean, like you think, oh, like, wow, AI, you type this prompt, like someone said last night in one of the sessions. I can go in there and have it write me a business plan. And so I've had to do that, and the business plan is not quite effective.
I mean, it gets you started, right?
Yeah, it's a good template to use, but yeah, you don't make a brand out of an AI prompt.
No, because a lot of times people end up. I mean, it's great you got it done quickly. That's what I love about using AI in my recruiting job.
Yeah,
a lot of what I do, I have a lot of good prompts I work with. Speed, but then again, you still have to have the skill to do your job.
Yeah, maybe a lot of people confuse the two.
Yeah, they think it's that's both. And what is this thing? And then, of course, we have the Dunning-Kruger effect.
The Dunning-Kruger
The
effect.
Dunning-Kruger effect, right? I think it's like my guitar playing. We'll get to that later, right? You think
Oh, yeah, we have a surprise that we'll share later, but we'll get to that.
Yeah. They think they are is better than they actually really are. And
Yeah.
that's unfortunately what AI does to some marketers is all of a sudden they think they're a CMO, but they're not.
Exactly.
So it's the confidence amplifier.
I know, even when it shouldn't be amplifying people's confidence, it still does, but
it's crazy stuff.
What it does.
So that's all the psychology behind it. Where the concerns that we have, but I think a lot of folks have in the business world. But what do real marketers really do? So if you really think about the ones that, and this is great. This would be great information for folks that are just graduating with marketing degrees from one of our beautiful local universities in the greater Boston area and beyond, right? How do you contrast the illusion with reality? And what's your kind of research suggestions? I'm asking you all these questions, but
I know
you
always quiz me, but I'm going to ask you the next one. So
okay,
research is always the key thing. And
how do you do research in marketing? Like, what do you have to be good at?
Well, I mean, the thing,
I can't answer that.
Yeah, I mean, like to really be good at research, it's more than just searching the web. It's actually being able to take the data you find.
So that's a big one out there for you students, doing data analytics.
Exactly.
In marketing and research, do some quant stuff, whatever it is, get into that. I think that's a good skill to learn. So,
how about, what do you think is another one that's helpful?
Segmentation, positioning. And then, of course, you do the A/B test.
Yeah.
You should be doing A/B tests all the time. You understand how to do them, what works, what doesn't work, right? And then human behavior.
Yeah.
That's why, as another, we're talking a lot to the college students here. It's not a bad idea to have a psychology degree.
Like a psychology minor.
So like a minor in psychology with your marketing bachelor's degree or even a master's degree, because you want to learn. You want to understand human behavior, because at the end of the day, people buy an emotion. So how do you, as a marketer, how do you attract the right lead or prospect, right?
Right.
So,
so kind of getting back to what you said about psychology before I answer that question, I will say, if I could go back, I would have done a minor in psychology, because knowing what I know now, like what you said, it's critical for really understanding people. But, like, how do you go out there and really truly understand if someone's a good fit for you? And, what we do is a lot of times we'll go in there and we have systems in place that help qualify leads. And we've talked about this in a few of our episodes, and making sure that you're qualifying people. That's been a topic of conversation of mine, at least 4 times this week.
Yeah.
I've talked with people, and they've been struggling with qualifying their leads, because they're getting a lot of leads, but they're not good leads.
Yeah, they're just people, or it's in the recruiting world, it's the same thing. Qualifying clients, hiring mid-market. That's what we qualify. Why am I talking to some enterprise dude that's at a $20 billion company? Probably not a good lead, right? In the world of staffing, at least our company, anyways. But that's the psychology behind it. One more thing with that is, psychology was my worst class at Northeastern.
Oh, really?
That was my only C.
Huh.
So I'm in trouble, man. I don't understand people at all. So what am I going to do?
I did well in mine. My worst class was COBOL.
COBOL, wow. We don't have to worry about that
I
anymore.
took the last COBOL course that Bentley, then college, now it's university, ever offered. How about this one? Because a lot of times, too, is that people make decisions with incomplete information.
So it's almost like checking your homework.
Yeah.
Right. So you prompt AI, and always when you do a prompt, you want it to be as human. Like I'm asking James a question. It's not going to be like just write me blah 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 blah, right?
Yeah.
You want to make sure the information's complete, because stuff that AI can't fake. You know,
Well, yeah, I mean, if it doesn't know the answer, it hallucinates.
it does.
You can argue that I do the same thing.
You hallucinate.
What's this concept? Oh, it's, like this big.
Yeah. So that's a big one too.
Yeah.
Creating a narrative that resonates and all that. So real marketers understand to kind of summarize it. Human behavior is key. Psychology.
Yeah.
Understanding how to do research to qualify your leads and do A/B testing. All that stuff right there, AI can't really do for you today.
Right.
You'll be faking it if you think AI helps you with those segments, right? And then also when it's used right. So this is, and somebody mentioned this great. AI is your tool. He mentioned it last night. Jeff did at Venture Cafe. That AI is your tool, it's your information, but then the human aspect of it is your strategy. So it's almost like the AI should do your low-level stuff.
Right.
It's like your entry-level person in your company.
Yeah.
And then if you have a strategy person in marketing, AI should not be your strategy aspect, right? So that's when you want to use it right, because as a strategy person, you want to brainstorm. You want to draft ideas. You want to do the data analysis, personalization, and all. And I'm talking a lot. So, anything to add there?
Yeah, I mean, in each of those things, it does have a lot of uses. Like when we're talking about the business plan, I mean, you can have it draft an email, draft a plan.
Low-level
It's not
stuff.
going to do it all for you. Like it's not going to be something that you can just print out and use. But you can use that to go in and you can make changes to it so that when it just gets you started. It's the beginning piece of it, but it can definitely speed up execution because it's doing a lot of the grunt work for you.
Yeah, grunt work. I love it. Don't you love grunt work?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure a lot of folks out there don't want to do grunt work.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be in here. I've had a lot of Saturdays when I'm in here doing grunt work because it just needs to be done, and it's easier for me to,
That was we were both IT managers in our previous careers.
Yeah.
And I remember that was a big. I used to always say, you don't want to be doing grunt work, right? You want to move up. You want to move up in the organization.
Right.
You got to get automate the grunt work as much as possible. And I'm gonna really date myself. This is back in the day of being a Unix admin building cron scripts.
Yeah.
Right. Today's cron scripts is probably AI prompts. That's the only difference, right? And you want to be that strategy person. So you don't want, when you're faking it like a hotshot, you're assuming AI is your strategy aspect of what you do.
Yeah.
It's not, right? So a lot of stuff there so far.
Yeah.
The first episode of 2026. So how to use AI without becoming a fake marketer?
One of the things people can do is they can start with strategy and not with prompts. So think about your overall goals and really what you're trying to accomplish.
Just bang that thing again.
I keep hitting this thing.
Stop banging
being
that
Italian and talking with your hands.
See, I do this.
Yeah, I got to keep the hands up here. But I mean that's something that I see a lot is that people are they think a prompt is going to help them figure things out. And it can, but you really want to think about what your strategy is before you start prompting away.
Yep. Yeah, and also use AI to explore options, right? Not define them.
Right.
So defining is part of your plan. So you don't want it to end there. You have to bring in the emotional intelligence into your defining your options, right? And then how about validating everything with real customer insight? Asking customers, calling them, being interactive with them on social media, doing surveys, doing the things where you have to have a human answer the questions for you. That's like earth-shattering.
I watch a lot of Shark Tank, and often people will not get funded because they haven't proven their product out to customers and gotten that feedback. And AI cannot replace that. You need to have actual, real customer feedback. You can sit it in there and have it try and figure it out for you. But I like using that as an example because we talked about this last night in one of the sessions too, where getting that first customer and that validates whether your idea is even good or not.
How about the guy? We were talking about the dude that buys houses for his employees.
Yeah.
He actually, one of his largest clients, he actually gave away his software for free.
Really?
And though it's a good strategy in a way. You're like, oh wow, he's not making any money, but what he's doing is he's getting customer feedback to make changes.
Yeah.
So that's why you see a lot of SaaS companies actually give their product away for free.
Yeah.
And then, maybe for a limited time, or there's like, the entry level, but that customer feedback is so key, and you can't fake that.
Right.
If it's real, it's faking it like a hotshot.
Yeah, and with stuff like software, it's easier to do that than like not GoFundMe, but like Indiegogo and things like that, where Kickstarter, where you get those early adopters who get they give you some money, they test it out, they give you some feedback, and then based on that first round and you deliver, that's when you get all your feedback, and then you can iterate your product and make it better.
Yeah,
but yeah, you need that feedback, and you have to build a feedback loop too.
Exactly. It's very important. So kind of close this one out about, how to use AI about becoming a fake marketer. Think about your organization managers out there, right? You're the manager, director, VP of your group.
Yeah.
AI is like your intern. It's almost like, at the Eastern University, like a co-op student. It does like to automate the lower level stuff, maybe creating a blog or doing the content creation, which is not to say it's not low level, but it is in the end of the day in the world of marketing. Yeah, because what happens is AI, it's fast, it's helpful, but it needs direction.
Right.
And that's how the strategy comes in.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Wow. A lot of info out there, everyone, huh? What do you think?
I definitely think so.
Yeah, so AI can make you sound like a marketer, but only you can think like a marketer. That's our parting statement for that today.
I like that one.
That is so remember that, write that, and take that to the bank. Speaking of the bank, I heard rumors. We got new music out.
Oh yeah,
we have new music out here at Market Like a Hotshot. Do we have a name? Is it Rocket Like a Hotshot? Is that official?
Where yeah, you'll see this. This is something that's coming along where in later this year you're going to see a lot of cool new stuff coming out of the team. And one of the things I'm really excited about is the music generation. So as experiments, Jeff and I, because we often have the need to create music for some of the content that we do, both for us and our clients. So we created theme songs for both of us. We had it. Even though I did mine first, yours came out better because yours was our good one. Probably should have released mine first because
as a soft single.
Yeah, because I think yours I really like the guitar solo in yours. But yeah, at the end of this episode, you're going to see the world premiere.
World premiere, man.
World premiere.
You ever thought that I would be a rock star?
Yeah.
You're going to see this right here, the social connector.
It's called The Connector. It's Jeff's theme song, and we're really excited to share that after this episode, and then right before the bumper music hits.
Yes. So it's 5.5 minutes of heavy metal rock.
It is really cool.
It's not. I am not playing the guitar in this song. I'm going to say that right now.
I am. No, just
he
kidding.
is. Actually, I was thinking of, we should call Nuno Betancourt up. He's probably the only person that could play that guitar solo.
I know.
If you want to hear it. So be psyched up, especially if you're an 80s rocker. We got some good music. And then, of course, The Attraction is the other song. It will be available on our website really soon, right?
Yeah, you'll be able to listen to it on our website. We're really excited about these opportunities and some of the cool things that are coming up in 2026.
What's the other one now? Learn Like a Hotshot?
Yeah, that's coming out too. We've got so many different things that we're working on, and we'll make some announcements during our live event at right downstairs, January 20th.
Here in Framingham State. So January 20th, we'll be here at Framingham State. Well, we should probably throw the link in our description when we post this later on. And you got to come down to Framingham or up to Framingham, wherever you live. come see us live, ask us some questions, throw some dart at us, throw some paper airplanes at us with some questions.
And to all of our listeners in Ireland, which is the second largest country besides the U.S. where our listeners are
Oh, really?
from. Yeah. Hop on a flight. It's only 5 hours away.
It's only a 5-hour flight to Boston. You can bring some Guinness with you. I don't drink anymore. So that's really cool. So Ireland.
Yeah,
huh?
Ireland. And I forget who the third one was.
Probably Kakistan or something, right?
No, I think it's Canada, actually.
Canada?
I think Canada's our third.
Well, yeah, that's pretty natural. Iceland or something, right?
Yeah. Well, we have some friends in Canada that we made a new friend adventure, Sophia.
Sophia.
She was wonderful.
Shout out to Sophia from Montreal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she's coming down this summer, she said.
Yeah.
She is. So good stuff. So marketlikeahotshot.com, episode 31, Fake It Like a Hotshot. Not what you think. It's more about marketing.
It's a family show.
It's a family show here. And, check us out, Spotify, Amazon, Apple, iHeartRadio, YouTube. But I heard Spotify now they have videos. So it's Spotify.
So you can watch us on video on
there,
Spotify.
Spotify and YouTube. I love some of those comments. Last but not least, thank you for the comments.
We read them all. Like, the team gets really excited. I remember was it last week? Someone's like, "Oh, we got another comment on the," and so she came up. She was like, "All right, what should I write back?" And I'm like, "Oh, do this," So it's a lot of fun. We love seeing the comments.
We have the comment dinger. The dinger goes off at the office.
Yeah, everybody gets all excited over the comments.
So definitely leave comments, share, like, comment, repost.
Yeah,
do it all, man. Let's get us out there, and we're looking forward to our live broadcast. So, Jeff DeSocio, Market Like a Hotshot. James Feudo. Have a good day.
Starts to bend around him, name tags turn into wild ideas, one word, and strangers talk like old friends. He laughs and every wall disappears. He draws a map in the air, lines of fire everywhere. You feel your heartbeat sink, you're closer than you think. He's the connector, sparks in his hands lighting up the crowd. The connector, pulling torn up pieces into something proud. You came here alone, now you're leaving with a tribe around you. The connector, yeah, he's making more than miracles come true. LinkedIn to every dream in the city. Old scars turn into bad